Hey everybody, week 10, this is our lab midterm week. All right, so that's the big thing that we're focusing on. Group A is going to take the midterm on Tuesday, our regular lab day. Group B, you'll take the test on Thursday. And we'll meet at 8 o'clock, just regular class time. I'll have everything ready to go. I want you to meet in room 237 right before the test. 237 is the room where we take our exams. If you'll meet in there, I'll have the chairs set up. I want you to space out, so I'll probably have like post-it notes or something on the chairs that you can sit in. But once I've got everything set up in the lab room, I'll come in and we'll go through a few just like final instructions. Remember, you need to get all of your old labs. So any old labs that I've graded and handed back to you. And then for everybody, you need to have your lab 5, the photosynthesis lab. We didn't meet for that lab last week, so you've got the lab video. Remember, you go to the lab tab, and at the very top, it should say lab 5 photosynthesis video. So you're going to complete that before the lab midterm, and then I'll take those up when we meet right before the test in room 237. All right? Be sure to bring that. I know I said it earlier, but if you don't have that worksheet, I don't have anything to grade. I'm gonna have to put a 0 in the grade book. I'll probably still let you turn it in, but you need to have it in so that you don't get a 0 at any point. All right. Okay. A couple things about the lab test. It's 50 questions and they are multiple choice. So I will provide a Scantron and a cover sheet probably. And what you'll do is you bring a pencil. I'll have a few extras of those, but you'll go through. I'll tell you where to start. Like there will be a certain station for you to start at. And then you will answer those questions and then you'll move on to the next station. You're going to go all the way around the room to all the different stations and you'll do like a big loop and you'll end up answering all 50 questions. All right. Just prepare for that. That's like, if it were me, that's what I would focus on up until the test, and then you can do everything else afterwards. You've got, if you go to the lab tab, there's a folder that says lab midterm. So you've got a review PowerPoint. I recorded a video for you last week that kind of walks you through that PowerPoint. And then you've got your lab book. So you've got all these resources to study. If you study and if you prepare, this should be a really good chance to score a solid test grade. All right, it's 100 points just like our lecture exams. But these are going to be questions that we did in lab. So I think it's a good chance to do pretty well. All right. So that's the big thing. Now, the only other thing we have this week is you've got a couple lectures to watch and a review quiz to take. All right. So you need to watch chapter 9 and 10. Chapter 9 is on the cell cycle and mitosis, and that is how just cells reproduce normally. Meiosis is how our cells reproduce when we're producing sex cells, so like sperm cells and egg cells. So those two, even though it's two different chapters and they're not really, really short, they go together really well because they're both talking about how cells reproduce. So watch both of those lectures. And then the review quiz for chapter 9 and 10 is going to be due Sunday, March 21st. So that's it. Up until that test, until the midterm, just be studying for that. If you've got any questions as you're going through your studies, let me know. Send me a message, and I'll be glad to help you out with that. All right? Do good, and I will see you whenever we do the midterm.